Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Smells Like. I'm Josh. So good to see you. This is Fragrances of the Week. This week, talking about some spring wish list fragrances. This is not quite my official spring wish list necessarily. This is just some fragrances that could be on that wish list that I'm currently testing out to see if I really think they're bottle worthy or not. So let's jump right in. Sampling Sunday this week. Everything was a sample this week. So Sampling Sunday, every day was Sampling Sunday this week. But this week on Sunday, I tried a fragrance from Guerlain called Erba Fresca. Erba Fresca is from the Aqua Allegoria line. They have some really bright citrusy, spring and summer type of fragrances. This one is based around mint. It's very green, like dewy green grass and mint. It's gorgeous stuff. I really like this. I only had the tiniest little bit of it to try, so I just had some on my hand, but I really love the smell of it. Kind of reminded me of an Etat Libre d'Orange fragrance. What's the one? They have like a green rose summer fragrance from the brand Eldo. Kind of reminds me of that, kind of minty, maybe a little bit of like a bright floral, like maybe a little bit of a white floral, very green, dewy, really nice. And I saw online you can get a bottle for like $35, something like that. That one almost certainly is going to be part of my spring wish list. I'll probably be getting a bottle of that one pretty soon, and we'll definitely review it when I do. On Monday, I went with another fragrance that I've had in my crosshairs for a bit from Creed. That one's Silver Mountain Water. So Monday, I finished my decant that I had of Creed Silver Mountain Water. Silver Mountain Water I think it's based around a tea note, but it's also musky. It's kind of a weird fragrance if you've never tried it. Some people say it's a little bit inky. It has a prominent black currant that gives it kind of like a juicy, like dark sweetness. And this kind of like musky tea thing. It really is unique and I really like it. I think it would be a perfect spring fragrance when I'm looking at kind of the high-end fragrances that I want to get this season. On Tuesday, this is another one that I really have had kind of in my crosshairs. These first three are like, I probably am going to get a bottle of these first three. But Tuesday, again from a decant, I wore Tom Ford's Neroli Portofino Forte. So I've almost purchased a bottle of this multiple times. I've gone on searches, and every time I've come up short, or then when somebody does reach out to me and has a bottle for sale, it's not a good time because this is a pricey bottle. If I do get a retail bottle, I want it to be a 100 ml bottle, and that's going to be pricey. It's hard to find a good deal on this fragrance. So I've kind of been holding out. This is also one that I really like to wear in the summer. So I could see, just because it's so pricey, I could see waiting on Neroli Portofino Forte maybe towards the end of spring, early summer to maybe get Silver Mountain Water in the spring as my niche purchase. I'm trying to only get like one like high-end fragrance per month at the most. So we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But anyway, Neroli Portofino Forte, it's super bright. It has an amazing musk note, like a clean musk underneath this eau de cologne style. That same style as like 4711, that classic eau de cologne. It's just done in such a classy, just taking that eau de cologne fleeting thing and made it in a fragrance that lasts. It's just, oh man, I love that one. So I definitely will be getting a bottle of that. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. On Wednesday, this is a fragrance I just this week kind of got back on my radar. Another one from Tom Ford. This is Grey Vetiver Eau de Parfum. So I work in a fragrance sales environment, and we carry Tom Ford fragrances, and I would shut up to work and I was trying to decide what I wanted to wear. I hadn't put anything on at home, and I saw Grey Vetiver. I was like, oh man, I have really ignored Grey Vetiver. I tried it when I first got into fragrances and liked it, but I just, there were other vetivers that I got into instead, and I kind of just forgot about it. So I wore it again this week. That's a really nice vetiver, super classy. I happened to be wearing a suit that day, and I felt like it really fit being dressed up in a nice suit, you know, feeling good, looking good, kind of professional type thing. So that's another one I feel like I may have to get a bottle of, unless I get a bottle of the next one I'm about to talk about first. I'm trying to decide between Tom Ford Grey Vetiver and Thursday's fragrance of the day. Thursday, I wore Terre d'Hermès Pure Perfume. So I have the Eau de Toilette. I have the fresh one, Eau Très Fresh. And I've never bought the pure perfume version of Terre d'Hermès. Yes, it is quite similar to the Eau de Toilette, but there's enough different going on in it that I think it could merit a purchase. But anyway, let's keep going with Friday. So these last two, I'm not as excited about. On Friday, I wore a fragrance from Amouage, Reflection Man. So Reflection Man has been probably the all-star in terms of hype and popularity from Amouage. And I've had a decant of it for ages and it just has sat. For some reason, I've ignored it. I thought, I wonder maybe I could get into that. I've been seeing really good deals on that fragrance online, like around the $100 mark. I thought, $100 or $110 for a Reflection that might be worth getting, if I enjoy it. So I wore it. I'm kind of on the fence with that one. I don't know if there's enough there to make it a fragrance that I really love and want to get a bottle of. In terms of a niche, a high-end fragrance, even if I can get it for a lower price, I still consider that a niche fragrance. There are other fragrances in that range, other niche that I think maybe could bring a little more magic than that. But I don't know, it still is also good. It's another one I feel like I could wear to work. I could wear it with a suit. I had a full decant and I wore it once from that decant. So I'll finish out that decant. After that, if I still want more, then I'll get a bottle. So probably not anytime soon with that Reflection Man. Finally, on Saturday, I went with a fragrance from Bond No. 9. Falls kind of in the same category as Reflection Man in that it's one of the most popular niche fragrances that gets talked about is Bleecker Street, of course. I think probably the most popular fragrance from Bond No. 9. It's one of only a handful from Bond that I have tried and enjoyed. I've only had 3 or 4 that I even liked very well from them. And Bleecker Street was one of them. There's something green and grassy and very spring-like to Bleecker Street. It also has kind of this fruity, sweet, kind of tart juiciness going on in it. But it also has kind of some run-of-the-mill designer-ish aspects to it. I don't know. I do feel like it's elevated from like a designer. I don't feel like there's any designers that really do what it does necessarily. It does it way better than anything, that copies off of it. So it's another one that I don't know. I'm going to have to go through the rest of my decant and see if it's really one that I really need a bottle of. It's a fragrance that I wanted early in my fragrance journey. That and Reflection Man were two of when I very first got into fragrances that I was like, oh, someday maybe I could have an expensive fragrance like that. And so now that I actually can, now that they're within reach, there's a part of me that's like, well, I don't know. I always wanted them, so maybe I should get them. But at this point, it's like maybe I've already outgrown them. I don't know. I really can't decide. At the end of the day, I'll wear what I like to wear, and if I enjoy it, then I enjoy it. It doesn't matter if I've outgrown it or something like that. I don't really care. But I'd love to know your scent of the day down in the comments. I'd love to know any of your thoughts on the fragrances I talked about this week. Anything that's on your spring wish list, I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. And if you'd like to do this again sometime, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you right here at the Smells Like Fragrance channel for another video next time. Thanks so much for watching.